Are they in the mix?
I just don't know how the Lakers, first of all, I don't know how the Lakers pull this off. Because you're not giving up Anthony Davis. You're definitely not giving up LeBron James. And I'm not so sure Daryl Morey wants Russell Westbrook. So the Lakers can't put together a package that will satisfy Daryl Morey. Okay, let's go to the Clippers. Are you giving up Paul George or Kawhi? Because nothing else matters. You can't give me Marcus Morris. You can't give me Reggie Jackson,
okay, well,
Luke Kennard.
It's a big no on Kawhi. It's 50-50 on Paul George, but I believe that Kawhi would prefer Paul George over Ben Simmons.
Okay, now we go to Golden State.
Yep.
You giving up Draymond and Clay? I don't think Bob Myers is going to want to do that. Now, I also saw another report that says he's be willing to, go anywhere. I don't know if that's true, Skip, but it's just time for Ben Simmons to exit the 76ers. I don't know. And Skip, after Doc said this, Skip, he's not going back. You can't ask Doc Rivers, do you think you can win a championship with Ben Simmons as your starting point guard? And the coach said,
yep.
It's not something I can answer. I don't know right now.
I don't know the answer to that right now, said Doc Rivers to that question.
Then you ask your superstar, what do you think the turning point of the game was?
Yep.
It was when a layup.
Yep. He said, I don't know how to say it, but it was when we had an open shot and made just one free throw. Because it wasn't Ben who made the free throw.
Right, yeah. But it was Ben that had the layup.
Right.
So I said, I don't know how he goes back after that.
I agree.
You got basically the head coach and the superstar saying that it was your fault. He became unplayable. It wrecked his confidence because remember, Skip, early on they asked, well, Doc, you think about taking Ben out? You don't know basketball if you think I will take Ben Simmons out of the game. And then 4 games later, he took Ben Simmons out of the game. It was over.
Right.
He had to go.
Got it.
And so in a situation like that also, Skip, Ben Simmons considered himself a superstar. Joel Embiid is a superstar. It's hard to keep these two guys together for an extended period of time because somebody's going to have to take a lesser role. We saw the bickering ultimately break up the Lakers. We saw what happened in Cleveland with Kyrie and LeBron.
Yeah, you're doing Shaq and Kobe.
Shaq and Kobe, right. We saw what happened with the Lakers.
Yes,
we saw what happened with LeBron and Kyrie. We saw what happened in OKC. Mm-hmm. Skip, it's hard to keep two guys together. And it seems to me the 76ers have hitched their wagon to Joel Embiid.
I agree.
And Ben's like, you know what? Y'all blame me for everything. Let me go ahead and let me go somewhere else. Y'all do whatever y'all can do and just let me go in peace.
Okay. Got it. But here's the problem for the 76ers right now. They have burned themselves. They have shot themselves in both feet with those two comments.
Yep.
Both those comments, they're such bridge burners that I do not blame Ben Simmons or your man, Rich Paul, his agent, for saying that's enough.
Right.
We're done. We're out. We're not coming to camp.
Right.
We will hold out if you don't move us now.
Right.
And yet, once that becomes public, as it really became public yesterday, thanks to a Philadelphia Inquirer report on it, that it's done.
Right.
Now you've lost all of your leverage.
You got no leverage.
The rest of the league's sitting back saying, well, what will you give us to take Ben Simmons off your hands, right? Mm-hmm. You got an update?
Go ahead.
What is it?
Go ahead.
Is it big?
Go ahead.
Is it something on Cam?
No.
Oh,
about Ben Simmons.
It's about Ben Simmons?
Yeah.
Well, say it.
Go ahead. I'm going to hear your point. I'm going to hear your point first.
Okay. So I remain a big Ben Simmons fan. You do not. Mm-hmm. I'm going to reiterate my points. Rookie of the year.
He was.
Next 3 years in a row, All-Star, All-Star, All-Star. Twice All-Defensive team.
Yeah, twice. Back-to-back years.
1 year, 2018, he was first team All-NBA because he led the NBA in steals at 6 feet, 10 inches tall.
Right.
He made it hard on little Trae Young in the Atlanta series.
He did.
He is so long and so strong and so agile. He's just hard to get around and through and over, especially for Trae, who's about 5'11", maybe. Is that what we give him?
Yeah, I'll give him that.
All right. And then I'm going to remind you, I'm going to hark back to this one game with no Joel Embiid. It was February 15th at Utah. Ben Simmons made this statement. He scored 42 points with 9 boards and 12 assists because he can flat out pass the basketball. And he was 15 of 26 from the field against Gobert, Defensive Player of the Year. And Ben Simmons in that game made 12 of 13 free throws. So don't tell me he can't.
Right.
It's all in there. He's got the demons. He needs more psychology than coaching.
Right.
Again, some guys just don't have it. They just are naturally not good free throw shooters.
Right.
Their motion is unfixable. Their touch, their feel, whatever it is. He looks good at the free throw line as far as on his left-handed, but that looks good to me. That looks fixable if you can start in here. He got the demons last year, and he ran from the free throw line.
But Skip, I don't believe he can correct those. I don't believe those demons can leave him in Philly.
You could be right.
Look at a guy like Darren Waller.
Yeah.
He was in Baltimore.
He was.
He had to leave Baltimore, go to Oakland. Now look at him.
Well, he had off the field.
Right, but I'm saying he had. I don't believe he could have corrected what was going on off the field in Baltimore.
Like change scenery.
Right. He got to change the scenery. Got a new look, outlook, and now he's one of the 3 best tight ends in all of football.
Okay.
Maybe Ben going somewhere else. Maybe this gives him an opportunity, and he's like, you know what? This is what I need. Okay. Now we can see the real Ben Simmons and what everybody thought he was, Skip, because he was supposed to be that combination. Magic, LeBron. And, yeah, he's an outstanding. He's the first guard to finish in the top 3 in the MVP and the Defensive Player of the Year since Gary Payton won it. So that just shows how special he is on that end.
Can be.
But I just think the thing is, Skip, for a guy on the offensive end, a point guard, Skip, you can't become unplayable in the fourth quarter. You just can't.
No. Now, I'd like to see him make more than 59% of his career free throws.
Right.
And I would like to see him have the guts or the confidence or the faith in himself to shoot a few more threes, because we see the workout videos and he's just draining threes. Because I know he can. He's gifted.
The dude made like 5 in a row, 6 in a row. I'm like, bro.
Just do it.
Yeah.
You need somebody to light your fire to say, you can do this, just keep shooting, and they'll start going in. He needs to see a couple go down, and then he'll be just fine.
Right.
Because if you added that to the arsenal, whew.
But you got to shoot them, though, Skip.
Got to shoot them. With some,
none of them go
faith,
in if you don't shoot them.
Some faith. So, again, there was the one year, that monster year, 2018, when just inside of the three-point line, he shot 58% from the field. So he was making even a few jump shots.
Yeah.
And then last year, it dwindled all the way down to 39%. So he was losing faith in himself from inside the three-point line.
Right.
And he became just a lane scorer, just anything up. And he's got great agility around the rim. We know that, right? So the point is, I agree he needs to change his scenery, but the Sixers are just, pardon my language, they're just screwed now. They are stuck.
Skip, you had now I don't know.
They had their chances.
I don't know if
the
Kevin Fertitta was going to go through this, because James Harden, it's like, okay, you want Harden? I don't know if the owner of the Rockets were going to help Daryl Morey by shipping James Harden. But can you imagine James Harden and Joel Embiid in that pick and roll, Skip?
Well, it'd be a lot better than the situation you have right now. Yeah.
But I just think the thing is, Skip, look, the Sixers like...
And it was, I guess it was proposed Ben Simmons straight up for James. I'm not sure exactly how the details
They should have jumped on that with both feet.
Well, they should have. Now that's an easy hindsight. I still believe that all the way up to Josh Harris, the owner, and Daryl Morey, too, I don't think they want to give up Ben Simmons. I think they sort of all came to their senses after the pain wore off of that blown lead to the Hawks and losing in Game 7. It was at home, right? It was in Philly. Yeah, they lost at home. God.
I disagree. I believe they realized that they tried to make it work. Doc says, look, we got 2 superstar players. We're going to make it work. But it seems to me they relied more heavily on Joel Embiid, and rightfully so, Skip. But Ben Simmons, like, I'm an all-star. I'm an all-NBA player also. I need some love, too. And it seems to the process of them going more towards Joel Embiid took Ben out of a little comfort zone. Because, Skip, if you think about it, Ben Simmons plays his best basketball when Joel Embiid is not in the game.
Yep.
You remember that playoff game, Skip?
Yep.
When Jared Dudley challenged him?
Do I?
And then boom, boom, he did that.
Well, he just took the game over. Right. He was that guy.
He was that guy.